Welcome. In this video, I will give a brief explanation of how to use CEE's beneficial electrification calculator to see how different assumptions impact the electrification of heating in Minnesota homes. When first entering the tool, you'll see a couple dialog boxes that give some background on the definition of beneficial electrification and some context on the calculator. The instructions dialog box gives an overview on steps to take to view results. On the first page, you can see how the composition of our generation mix has changed over time, with the share of renewable generation growing steadily. On the bottom chart, we see how this renewable percentage and the increase in natural gas generation reduces the overall emissions intensity of the electricity grid. On the left side of the first page, adjustments can be made to the rate of electric load growth or the prices of electricity, natural gas, and propane. The tool will work with default choices too, so this is optional. Once ready to move on, click Next. On this view, a set of instructions will pop up describing that on this page you'll be creating one or more grid scenarios. You can name your grid choices in the text field. When some checkboxes are ticked on this page, additional options may appear, such as when nuclear is retired. For example, the slider could be moved over here to 2040. The default for new renewable development is approved utility integrated resource plans, but other options are available for a more aggressive renewable scenario. Lastly, a user has options to meet generation shortfalls with the default of natural gas, or by selecting the imports of the independent service operator, renewable generation, or a combination of renewable generation and natural gas. Once complete with the selections, click Update Grid. This will update the charts to visually show how the selections will be used in the calculator in the future. You can click on the tabs to see how the most recent grid choice looks in terms of generation mix, source energy, and emissions. Users can create multiple grid scenarios to test different assumptions, and the most recent addition will be displayed on the chart with the bullet points on the left with the assumptions selected. But you cannot go backward, so be sure to create your selections before moving forward or you'll have to start over. Once ready to move on, click Next. Now you have two options. You can choose your install year, and you can choose among the grids that you created. After you make your choices, click Update. The app will display the lifetime operating costs, the lifetime emissions, and the lifetime source energy of different technology options. So a user can see that in this case, a natural gas furnace is the lowest in terms of lifetime operating costs, but third highest in terms of emissions. A user can also see that in this case, if they are heating with propane or electric resistance, this is not only a higher lifetime cost, but it is higher in terms of emissions as well. In case you forget what assumptions you made under each grid name, these are displayed on the left. This wraps up our explanation of the calculator. We hope you find our tool useful. Please feel free to click the link in the lower left at any time to leave us feedback, and thank you for watching.